Hello friends, welcome to Cooking with Claudia. Today I'm showing you how I made this one pan steak and shrimp recipe. The steak and shrimp are sizzled in a garlic butter sauce and together they make such a great combination. Let's get started. For this recipe, I'm using New York strip steak. You can use your favorite cut of steak, but make sure it has a good amount of fat marbles running through because that's going to make the steak very juicy. I have some olive oil in this bowl. I'm going to start by brushing both sides of the steak with the olive oil. Next, I'm going to season both sides with a generous amount of salt and pepper. All the ingredients and measurements for this recipe will be in the description box, okay guys? Once the steak is very well seasoned, I'm going to set aside, then we're going to season some shrimp. I'm using large jumbo shrimp. I'm seasoning with salt and pepper, then I'm using my hands to toss everything together. Once that is done, go ahead and set your shrimp aside. Then we're going to put together an easy garlic butter mixture for the steak and shrimp. I'm adding some minced garlic into a bowl of softened butter. I'm also going to add a handful of freshly chopped parsley. I'm mixing everything together, then I'm going to set the mixture aside for later. Next, I have my cast iron pan heating up over medium-high heat. I'm adding in some vegetable oil. Allow the oil to heat up until you see some smoke coming out of the pan. Then you're going to add your steak. We're cooking the steak for 3 to 4 minutes on one side. Then we're turning them over and cooking them for 3 to 4 minutes on the other side. If you're using a cast iron pan, reduce the heat slightly because it gets too hot. It can burn the steak. I almost burnt mine. You also want to sear the sides around your steak as well. Once the steak has cooked for 6 to 8 minutes total, I'm going to place big spoonfuls of the garlic butter mixture onto them and let the butter melt into the steak. I'm using the melting garlic butter to baste the steak for 1 minute. Keep in mind that the amount of time I'm cooking my steak is good for medium rare to medium. If you like your steak a little well done, cook them for 2 more minutes, but make sure you don't burn them. Once the steak is very well basted with the garlic butter, you're going to remove them from the pan and set them aside. Once that is done, make sure you get rid of any burnt bits and garlic left in the pan. Next, you're going to toss the shrimp into the pan, then arrange them in a single layer. Then cook the shrimp on medium-high for 1 minute on each side. We want the shrimp to develop a nice golden brown color on each side. Be careful not to overcook your shrimp or they'll come out very chewy. I went ahead and melted the garlic butter mixture in my microwave. I'm going to pour that all over the shrimp. I'm going to mix that in, then let the shrimp cook in the sauce for 1 more minute. Once the shrimp has finished cooking, I'm going to turn off the heat, toss the shrimp to the side, then add the steak to the pan. The very hot pan will warm the steak through. I'm basting the steak and shrimp one last time with the sauce from the pan. Then to enrich the flavor, I'm going to squeeze some fresh lemon juice all over the steak and shrimp. And we are all done, friends. This meal is ready to be enjoyed. You can serve the steak and shrimp over some mashed potatoes or a baked potato. This looks so good. It's such a delicious dinner. The steak came out very juicy and delicious. If you guys would like to make this recipe, check the description box. I have all the ingredients and measurements there.